Hello folks, Nick Hanson with Gatekeeper Media here. I'm here at Charlie Vettiner Park practicing and seeing the course for my first time. This weekend we were playing the Gatekeeper Media presents the Charlie Vettiner Open powered by Prodigy. We're here in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're going to get into my first round here, and you know, I'm playing blind, so we'll see what happens. Let's get to the action. Sounded pretty good. All right, first hole, a little 220-ish downhill. Nice tight line here. Short but technical, so you know, it's not a gimme by any means, but the pros are gonna be wanting to get it. All right, get it up. Hey, player one starting with a birdie. It's always a good look. So what I'm doing here is when I practice, I like to play what I call the Joel Freeman way. So it's something Joel taught me where he plays 2 rounds out fully. So that way he sees where he might need to scramble from. He sees, you know, different shots. He sees tree kicks, you know, that when you're practicing and throwing a bunch of shots, you might not play from a bad one and not actually have to scramble on a hole to like save par. So you don't know some of those distances you might throw from that you're gonna have to throw from during the round. So on to hole 2. Oh, that's not good. Very, very early. I'm curious where that one landed. It felt like the right distance, but when you're playing blind, it's hard to know where your shots are actually landing. Oh, sick. I don't know how I missed that. Well, it's what you want, I guess. This is good. Player B getting a birdie on the second hole. We got a flat, hot battle. What does this say? Next tee. This front tree looks like about 230. Back tree looks about 280. So I'm trying to throw something that I can throw straight for about 240 and then go left. This is a par 4. Feels good down here, nice and cool. Too bad there's not water running. Give it a little better vibe, you could say. All right, so both my shots got, you know, across this valley at least, so the chance for scrambling for 3 is there on the 1, I would say. And the other one, I think I'm in a good location to look at 3. So that new solstice that I just threw there, I'm finally starting to learn. Trusted on not only the forehand there, as you saw, but also the backhand. So if you haven't, I recommend checking out one of those. Just kind of gave it a half run there. I really wasn't in jumper range, so kind of like to just throw like a nose up spin, kind of like just wrist shot, you could say. So that way it doesn't go too far past, but it gives it a chance to go in usually with the height that it gives it. So, and then as you can see, it doesn't go too far past. All right, not bad, par and a birdie. On to the next. This hole's awesome. I think that was gonna be pretty good. 2 or it's luck. Oh, that one's just so much more stable. A little uphill. What I'm trying to do on that one was flex the shot through the gap to the backside there at the end, and as soon as it got there, then start fading in. The first one did pretty good, but the second one really just never got actually over. I only kind of snapped it flat. So it rode flat for a little bit and then just came up short into this stuff. Okay, and there's my first one. So good, but it needs to fade sooner, harder maybe. Dang. I was trying for you folks at home there. Hit the nice gap. I don't think I had much the other way anyways. Uh-oh. See? Trying to show off, taking bogeys now. Not good. All right, so this one we got a little Mando. Green runs down to the basket. So really I want to have one coming in flat. So when it hits, it kind of just sits instead of like going hyzer and then riding down with the hill. So that one probably would have been long, but I figured if I was within those trees and then hyzering, that'd be in the basket range area. So see if we can get just inside those on the left side. Nope, and pulled it a little bit, but I made the Mando on both. So at this rate, if it continues, I would say that this is really going to be for the top pros a birdie or die course. So we're looking like 10 to 14 down range to be within like up and competing. Sounds like it stopped. I mean, you gotta test the limits today and see what she's giving you. Oh, that was bad. Technically tried to run both of those. This one I didn't even get above the rim. So, as you see, should have laid up on this one. Hardly find it. Shoot. Lazy, lazy, lazy putt. Whew, got lucky. All right, so even though I made that one, if I'm up there, I should just be laying that one up. Pretty treacherous green. Odds of making it are small. So from a statistical standpoint, doesn't really make a lot of sense. Oh, go left a little? It's up there, but I thought it would fade a little more. This is getting pretty beat in. That'll do. Well, I now know I need to throw it a little harder. Probably plays like 350. .270 downhill. Hole 7, about 270, a little downhill. Just nice, easy mortar shot. I think. Oh, little Yankee. Yankee Doodle. Okay. Oh, shoot. All right, we might have to go back. This is an island. Because of how the OB sits, I need to throw it really high on the hill and let it, you know, skip or roll down in and risk, you know, one, not getting the birdie because it just hits and sits, which is fine, but I'm still in bounds then. Whereas if I throw towards the basket and it doesn't stick, it's gonna be out of bounds because the OB on the right is only like 10, 15 to the right of the basket. So I'm gonna play high left, just throw like spike sidearms more or less, and see what happens. That one's way short. Ouch. Back to birdies, at least for one of my players. Beautiful day out though, that's for sure. I think it hit the fairway, sounded like. I split my players, and I played one aggressively, throwing the turnover, trying to turn one all the way down the fairway. And then the other one, I tried to throw a slower disc that's a sidearm and try and just really get to the mouth to then hopefully have a good shot at the basket to just, you know, work towards and get my par. See how it turns out. All right, so the second one, right in the middle of the mouth, just got a little bit inside, and I just need to execute a good upshot, and we'll be there. You know, or you just throw it in and get you two, I guess, from back here. Just like that, double birdie, folks. My two discs of choice to get birdie. Whoop! Dang, you're gonna have to cut it right before that because that was loserish. So like, you can lay up and then go for it, or you just go for it, it looks like. Obviously you go for it. That might be short. That one though, it's got to be in the circle. I'm going to throw a provisional from right here, just in case. Or what would last in bounds, I assume. Oh, so it looks like you got to get all the way over the drainage ditch, so that was definitely short. You got me? That's OB. That's ugly. Just like yo mama. That's what I get.
I'd have a comeback for you, but your throws are trash.
I know, right? Both of those were so bad. Another very, very small island, so if it's windy, I don't know. It's gonna suck. That was the one I thought was good, is deep. So, to the drop zone we go. Shoot. Well, I mean, I guess the idea is to hit the memorial to stay in bounds. It's not very polite. You guys are at a practice round. Does your bag look like this? Just sprawled on the ground? Just kind of carry discs from hole to hole. That's how I find myself doing. All right, 11 holes in so far. Thoughts on the course so far is it is a deuce or die course. There's some holes that require very accurate shots. So far we've played 3 islands, so 2 of them were like pure island holes. One has like a short layup zone and then an island. So you got to be on out here to score well, because that right there could be 2 bogeys and a double bogey pretty easily if you have some trouble with the OB. So far the theme of the course on those holes is keep it in bounds, and on all the other holes get a birdie. Whoops. Talk about blooper of the week. How did that get out of there? Bingo, double birdie. It's out there also. Airball, huh? Gotta finish. One time. I wonder where that was, because that felt like it was right on line. Oh, and then I short that one like no tomorrow. Might be feeling a little fatigued this morning.
I don't think we ate enough breakfast.
Gotta get your breakfast in, folks. I had a little something, but not enough for a big growing boy like myself. Oh, see? I knew it was online. Boom. I don't really know what to do here. The green is like slanted, so I don't know. This is a weird hole. Cause like that gap looks like you can throw to it, but it looks pretty tough also. So I was trying to get the sidearm to swoop down into this gap that you can see right here along the side, and then basically hit into the hill, so that way I wouldn't be skipping down it if I tried to go through this gap. Maybe that's the play, is just throw for that gap and hope it plinkos somewhere good. I need to throw a couple shots to figure out what's gonna even get where instead of just throwing 2 shots. So that way next round when I'm out here, I have a more confident idea of what I need to do. So sometimes you gotta deviate from the plan. A little tough to get the right angle on that. All right, you see any of mine over there? Okay, one red one. So I got a yellow and a swirly one left to find. Like the 2 that hit stuff got all the way down to the creek. Or like the ones that hit early and got through all this also. Nice little window to get out of there with this guy. Oh, then you short it. You bum. All that for nothing. So we're here at hole 16, 417 par 4. Doesn't sound right though, because it seems way further than that. I'm gonna first shot, I'm gonna try and actually throw one just this line, so that way I have a clean second to get up and down. We'll see how it works, and then on my next one, I'm gonna go for it and try and get a little more distance off the fairway. So that was exactly what I wanted, slid up the path, and so we're gonna be dead center. This one, I'm gonna try and go for and bite off a little more distance. I'm gonna throw a falcon. I'm gonna throw a falcon because I'm gonna try and throw it soft, but since it's flippy enough, it should flip still most of the path, and hopefully we can get a similar road skip, but up there further. What's up, man?
Hi, how are you?
It's up there. I don't know if I got it far enough up the hill to then fade down into the green. So I feel like as this course builds, I feel like, as you move through the course with how they have it set up with their OBs and stuff like that, the course gets significantly harder as you go on. You still want to get birdies, but the lines get tighter, the shots get a little longer. So overall, I'm happy with the course. I'm gonna need some fine tuning on a bunch of these holes, but we're out here having fun. So we're here, hole 17. This is a type of hole I wish there would be more of, where you start in the open and you have to then hit a gap to get to the basket. So that way you don't need like woods on every single hole, but if you could use your holes and your woods, like if you only have like a small amount, by like I was saying, throwing from open through a gap to get to the basket, always adds a nice variation to a hole, because then you're hitting a gap that's 150 down instead of like maybe 25 feet off the pad. Those kinds of things. That hole I feel like is a really good hole to double birdie and get my confidence rolling. Happened on 17, but you know, we'll take it into the rest of the week. Oh boy. Whoopsies. Huh. Well, we'll start there. All right, so I'm gonna throw a shot just over here, and then I'm gonna try and rip one. Huh. Oh wow, okay. So I was hitting those. Interesting. So it appears this is actually our basket right here for you folks. So this is technically hole 18. We're playing a Safari 18 as of now because I threw both my shots over there. And you know, that's how it happens sometimes. And there you have it, 18 holes. All right, folks, that's 18 holes here at Charlie Vettiner Park. We are here for the Gatekeeper Media Presents the Charlie Vettiner Open, powered by Prodigy, here in Louisville, Kentucky. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. I am here resting after the round in the shade. I'm going to play another one this afternoon, but we'll catch you on the next episode of this practice round.